Let me tell you how my morning started. Woke up with a banging migraine, and that's only because it's freezing out. So I'm here in Rhode Island. For those of you who don't know, Al told me it's 11 degrees. It's supposed to hit 0 today. Who knows? The weather people are never right. They're never right. So I don't know, but it feels like it's 0 in the house. Freezing cold, windy as all get out last night. We lost power for about 2 minutes. And I'm like, "Oh, man, gonna be able to put my makeup on." Like, what? We can't have this. We get so spoiled, right? And I wake up with this banging migraine. It's not abnormal for me. So I take my ibuprofen, I get my iced coffee because the caffeine helps, right? I sit down, look at my phone, my entire this cup, the entire thing on the floor. I'm like, why? Now it's 4 a.m. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. So I hobble over, I get some paper towel and I'm wiping it up and I'm swearing at myself. I'm like, this is going to be a good day. This is going to be a good day. This is going to be a good day. Regardless of me spilling my iced coffee, it's going to be a good day. And you have to tell yourself that you just do. Even if it starts off crappy, you got to tell yourself it's going to be a good day. And I did that and it's already all right. So I'm not going to complain. And then something else I noticed, why do I talk about these random things? Well, you're here for it, all three of you. So I'm just going to tell you the random thoughts that I have. I noticed that Al's eyelashes are getting all messed up. I'm like, why on one eye are your eyelashes like crunched up? So I told him it's because he sleeps on that side of his face. Like, and he just literally puts his head in the pillow on that one side. No, I don't. You do. And like he's lost eyelashes underneath here. Like there's nothing there. And then these ones on top are all crunched up. So I'm like, he's my little pet project. I've been putting castor oil on his eyelashes at night. And I swear to you, the bottom ones, they're baby ones starting to grow back. And I'm like, listen, this castor oil stuff is no joke. I put castor oil on my eyelashes pretty much every night. And I'm telling you, this stuff works. You got to get the organic kind though. This side of my face, I have a tendency of doing this in the middle of the night and then sleeping on this side. So these eyelashes are not as long as these eyelashes because I don't put my face on that side. I try not to. I try to preserve what I have. So I sleep like like a mummy. I sleep like that. And I try, but through the night, I eventually do one of these because it just feels so good. It feels so good to sleep on your side, but I try not to because, like I said, I'm trying to preserve what I got, and it's All right, let's see. If anyone's here, I just want to say a quick hello because this is a quickie. This is a quickie today. It's always a quickie. No, I can't. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. I know. All right, here it is. Here it is. I'm going to just see if anyone's here. I'm going to check. I'm going to do the checkies. Just say a quick hello. Oh my goodness, there are people here. Well, hold my hands down and call me hog wild. Hello, Barry. Good morning. Tanya, good morning. Sherry, good morning. Lisa, good morning from South Carolina. Is it warm there? I bet you it's a lot warmer than it is here. Wow. And Scott, this is great. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited now. Like I have an audience. So exciting on this Friday. All right, let me go ahead. There's not a lot of news. This is a quickie quick this morning. As I wipe my nose, you know, is what it is. All right. So quickie quick on this Friday. Happy Friday to ya. All right, here we go. Aerosmith. I saw this the other day, and I didn't talk about it until today. So Aerosmith, I guess, is getting kicked out of Disneyland. Disneyland or Disney World. They're two different things, There's Disneyland, Disney World. I think Disney World is California, Disneyland is Florida. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Aerosmith is being phased out of Disney's Hollywood Studios. So that's the other one. That's the one over there. As their iconic rock and roller coaster is being wow. I say I didn't read this until now. It's being rethemed to the Muppets Electric Mayhem. Imagine that. Aerosmith being kicked out by the Muppets. Who would have thunk it? Not me. Not me. How does Steven Tyler feel about that? Listen, a puppet is kicking us out of somewhere we've been for 26 years. I never got to go on that roller coaster. I guess it was pretty fun. And let's see, the construction is happening to have a 2026 opening, marking the end of Aerosmith and Disney's Hollywood Studios end to their 26 long relationship. That's like a big fat breakup. I guess when you went on this ride, you were put right into a rock concert with, of course, Aerosmith hits. But instead, Kermit is going to be the one to take you through the ride, and Miss Piggy. How does one feel? How did that meeting go? Listen, Steve, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but Kermit the Frog is going to replace you in Disneyland, Disney World, wherever you are. I don't even know. I would love to hear what Steven had to say about that. So you go from walk this way in sweet emotion as you whirl through the ride to, I don't even know, the Muppet theme. What did they sing? What did Kermit do? What is Kermit famous for? Hold on. What is Kermit? I'm Kermit the Frog. The Frog famous for? He's famous for fighting with Miss Piggy, to be honest. That's what I think. He's known for being the pragmatic, kind-hearted host and producer of The Muppet Show. Oh, that's the late Jim Henson, not Kermit. What does Kermit do? Kermit's a frog. What made him famous? He became famous because he was a bright green frog. I've seen bright green frogs. So really, how is that special? Kermit is special. Boy, Kermit's been around since 1955. Who knew? That's like a long time for a frog. How long do frogs live? I don't know. Scott Andrews probably knows. How long do frogs really live? I remember I saw a bright green tree frog. I think I still have the picture on my phone on our door last summer. It was the coolest thing. Like when you see little tree frogs on your glass door, you could like literally see through their body. You could see all their little veins. But this was a bright green frog. So he probably could have been Kermit. I don't know. What was Kermit's famous saying? It's not easy being green. Well, I'm sure Steven Tyler maybe turned a little green after he was told that he's not going to be in Disney anymore. So why did they do it? This is from the New York Post. The New York Post says Disney World, all these stupid ads. And I can't see the title now because I have ads that are just popping up and now it's taking me to Amazon. I can't. Disney World removes beloved attraction after 26 years. Bad move. I think so too. I mean, why would you? I don't know. Without any warning, Walt Disney World is in Florida. So I probably got that wrong. It removed the attraction. Yes, Aerosmith. Okay, we get it. We know. We understand. But why? You're not telling me why. It just said the roller coaster permanently removed the introduction video so that construction can begin on the ride's transformation into a Muppet-themed roller coaster that will open in 2026. So they're keeping the bones of it. And it appears as though the video area was boarded up and covered overnight. Oh my goodness. Like, you get no warning on that? Rock and Roller Coaster will remain open for visitors to ride at least through the end of the year, which is only a few weeks. But the pre-show area will be shut down as the crew puts in a new presentation featuring Kermit Scooter, the Dr. Teeth, and the Electric Mayhem Band, as well as the Penguin animatronics and the former Muppet Vision 3D show that opened in 1991 and closed earlier this year. Why? Why? I would much rather take a ride through something that's playing me Sweet Emotion and Dream On. I mean, I would go there just to go on that ride. I wanna go back so bad. I do. I wanna go to Universal Studios again. Honestly, that was fun. Universal Studios, what a good time. What a good Al, of course, went on nothing. He went on no rides at all. I had to go with my kids who were, like, grown people at that point when we went years and years ago, but it was so fun. It's not really telling you. Let's see. Some Disney World fans mourn the loss. Someone wrote on X, also known as Twitter, removing the Aerosmith pre-show from Rock and Roller Coaster with no announcement was a bad move. That pre-show was a big part of the ride being themed to Aerosmith. Yeah, that's kind of silly. Like you're going on the Aerosmith ride, but you have no pre-show. You got to look at construction workers putting in the Muppets. I don't know. And then other Aerosmith news, Aerosmith and Youngblood, which I guess their songs are doing fantastic. Well, now they've brought in country superstar on a song called Wild Woman. Steve Martin's playing banjo on their version of their big hit, which became a big hit, My Only Angel. But now Lainey Wilson is joining them on their latest single called Wild Woman. I haven't listened to it. Their One More Time EP only features Aerosmith and Youngblood, but Youngblood reached out to Lainey Wilson to add some vocals to the track. And yesterday, Youngblood shared in a tweet on X. Tweet on X. Shouldn't it be an X on X? I thought you don't call it Twitter anymore. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I just go along for the ride. So in his X tweet, it shows him chatting with Wilson in a video, and then they shared some of their recording sessions. And he said, "I'm really hyped to have Lainey Wilson jump on this record with us. I've been a fan of hers for a while. Her life story is truly inspirational with this record. We really needed a female vocalist who could carry it with the level of authenticity that Lainey embodies. We needed a wild woman, and we for sure got one." But I think he has a British accent, so he didn't sound like that. Of course not. And on on this day in the next 2 days, I should say, did you know, because I'm not gonna be here Sunday, but the song "Do They Know It's Christmas" was released by Band Aid. I loved this song. They recorded it, I believe, in November, the end of November. And "Do They Know It's Christmas" was made to raise funds for famine relief in Ethiopia, and it was all inspired by a documentary that was aired on the BBC. And it was done in a single day, recorded on November 25th of 1984 at Sarm West Studios with no studio fees. This was a charity event, which is great. And the supergroup consisted of Duran Duran, Boy George, Phil Collins, Paul Young, George Michael, Sting, and Bono. And Bono sang the controversial line, "Thank God it's them." What was that line? "Thank God it's them instead of me," I think. And people went nuts over that, saying, "Well, that's not nice." But listen, it's all in the name of art, right? It became the fastest selling single in the United Kingdom ever, raised millions and millions of dollars, which then went on to inspire USA for Africa's recording of "We Are the World." And David Bowie was asked to sing the first line, but he couldn't make the session. He later recorded it for the extended version and performed it live. I did not know that. Late David Bowie. And the lyric controversy, the lyrics written from a Western perspective, had been called condescending and culturally insensitive over time, though many defend the charitable intent. And I think that sometimes today, that song probably wouldn't even be aired because it wouldn't be allowed because of all of the PC stuff. You know, you have to be careful of what you say all the time. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not careful. I should be, but I'm just not. I have a problem with that. But, this was done and it raised so much money for a great cause. So sometimes, I'm not saying you got to be bad and then it's okay to be bad. I'm not saying that. But sometimes so many things are taken out of context. Like, you just got to chill out, I think. You really do. You just got to chill out. Bob Geldof and Midge Ure wrote it. The album is called Band-Aid, released on December 3rd. This says December 3rd of 1984. However, I saw December 7th. Maybe it was released on December 3rd in the UK and December 7th in the United States. I'm not sure. Stayed at number 1 for 5 weeks in the UK. And, interesting. It had limited airplay on the radio, un radio, in the United States, which kept it out of the top 10. Isn't that stupid? But it ended up selling millions of records anyway. Well, thank goodness for that. Dumb. People are so dumb. Like, why would you not play it here? I remember listening to it. I don't know. Just what I'm reading. Okay, so we got a couple of dirty, but not so dirty Christmas jokes. Are you ready for it? At almost 6:30 in the morning. All right. Ready? You're dirty, but not so dirty. Christmas joke. Number 1. Why did the Grinch rob the liquor store? Think about that visually for a second. Why did the Grinch rob the liquor store? Because he needed some holiday spirit. Okay, number 2. This is not dirty at all, but I thought it was cute. What do you call an elf wearing earmuffs? Whatever you want. He can't hear you. I like that one. I thought that was really cute. What was the number 1 song on this day, December 5th of 1984? My favorite duo, who's not a duo any longer, Out of Touch by Daryl Hall and John Oates. You're out of touch. I'm out of minds. They're both out of each other's mind. Probably not. Is there still a lawsuit going on? I don't know. And it was on their album Big Bang Boom. Big Bang Boom. It hit number 1 in December of 1984. And it was their last number 1 for the Hot 100. Stop it. I love how I'm just picking these songs and I don't even know. Like, there's so much significance to them. And on the B side of the single was Cold, Dark, and Yesterday, which was sung by Johnny Boy, Johnny Oates, Mr. John. John, I think he's cute. I do. I think he's adorbs. He's what, like, I don't know, 73, 75. I don't know how old he is. Who cares? Who cares? Why? You know why I care? Because everybody always says it. They always mention it in the article. They'll go like, Daryl Hall, 85. They always put the age, and I don't know why they do that. And so I end up doing it, and I'm sorry. And let's see. It was a huge success, but critics sometimes downplayed their depth of Hall & Oates, and their music was underused in films compared to peers. That's true. When you think about it, there's not a lot of Hall & Oates songs in movies. Maybe they'll make a comeback. Maybe they'll go viral, like a Stranger Things moment. You never know. And their split officially on paper occurred in 2023, 2024, when the lawsuit came out over publishing rights. And listen, John wanted to sell his portion of his catalog, and Daryl's like, that's going to destroy everything, dude. You're not doing it. He pushed back, restraining order, the whole 9 yards. which I thought was crazy. Like, you should be able to do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, if John wanted to sell, like, what's he gonna do with it now? Let him sell it. Let him sell it. Anyway, I still love them. I still love them as a duo, and they're my jam. I'm still sad about it, though. I'm still sad about Hall Notes, but out of touch. Number 1 song on this day, December 3rd of 1984. Did you know that? I didn't. All right, guys, you guys are the best. Happy Friday. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Al is forcing me to tell you these things. I hope I get them right because my brain is it probably my brain might look like spaghetti squash cooked. I think. I have a feeling. Anyway, so tonight, if you're in Coventry, Rhode Island, like everybody's, we have somebody here from South Carolina. So I don't think, but anyway, if you are, Al's going to be at Anthony's Wine and Spirits on Tioga in Coventry from 5 to 7 p.m. talking to people who are buying alcohol in the store, which, could be funny. It could be interesting. And then tomorrow, the tree lighting at the go through my starting at 1:30 tomorrow in Coventry at the Town Hall Annex on Route 117 Flat River Road in Rhode Island, Coventry, Rhode Island. There's going to be a whole hoopla going on. Crafters, vendors, food trucks, Santa is going to be there. And, maybe I'll tell him some of my dirty but not so dirty jokes. He might get mad at me. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I gotta feel the moment. He's going to be there. Lots of people from the community are going to be there. Kids, it's going to be fun. Lots of things for the kids to do. Nothing for the adults. It's all about the kid. It's always about the kids. And then the tree lighting happens, I think, at 5:30 or when it gets dark, which is what, at 3? I can't stand it. I can't stand it anyway. But it will be fun tomorrow. It's going to be a great time. And then on Sunday, Al wanted me to tell you he's going to be sitting in front of a fire pit. Why am I saying these things? I don't even do you hear what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. He's going to be at Hopkins Hill Nursery. I guess they have some pretty magnanimous Christmas trees. Like Al said, they're the best. And Al used to sell trees. So he knows. So he's going to be sitting in front of a fire pit at a Hopkins Hill Nursery on Hopkins Hill Road, again, in Coventry, Rhode Island. And he wants you to say hello. I think that starts at 11. Go buy a tree. Go buy a tree at Hopkins Hill. They have the best ones in the area. And you don't have to cut it yourself. Like, it's already done. You just go, you say, I like that one, and they load it on your car and you're off. Like Chevy Chase and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which I need to watch. I started watching it the other night. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that. This is so 80s, right? Or was it I don't know. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. And there's our rundown for the weekend where Al is going to be. And give yourselves a big hug. Stay warm or be hot like Lisa, who's in South Carolina, or just be yourself and have a great time. And remember to love yourself because we matter. Do you know what I mean? We matter. Remember to download the free app of Kiki.fm, playing all of the greatest and classic hits. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, all the funsies. And remember, I love you, love you, love you. And I will hopefully see you soon. I hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend. Bye, guys.